Graphic Packaging International, a world leader in paperboard innovation, is dedicated to making sure our raw materials are used responsibly. That's why our paperboard packaging starts natural and stays natural. It's made from wood fiber, which is recyclable, and comes from a renewable resource. Trees. Responsible forestry management practices by our industry ensure that there will be a continuous supply of wood fiber. In fact, the U.S. Forest Service says that there are more trees in the U.S. now than there were 20 years ago. Nearly 30 million acres. That's an area the size of Pennsylvania. One result is cleaner air. The U.S. EPA indicates that U.S. forests offset about 10% of the nation's carbon emissions. And since reforesting outpaces harvesting by 32%, our forests will continue to have a positive impact. Our wood fiber comes from pine trees, which grow fast, pulling carbon dioxide from the air. And pine fibers are long and strong, great for making tough paperboard packaging that carries heavy products like soft drinks. It all starts here, with trees that are harvested by graphic packaging suppliers. Many of the tree farmers plant new trees for future use, like more packaging. After harvesting, the limbs are removed, and the trees head for the paperboard mill where the bark comes off. This year, this mill will use 500,000 tons of bark, plus sawdust, black liquor, chipped limbs, and other wood waste known as biomass, to provide up to 70% of the mill's energy. And biomass is a renewable energy source. Next stop, the chipper. The fibers need to be released from non-essentials in the wood, and chipping makes it easier, because the smaller the pieces, the faster the results. The chips are added to the pulper, which is like a blender that uses pressure and hot water to release the fiber. The fiber and water mixture is applied evenly in a waterfall, often in several thin piles, to a conveyor. And graphic packaging recycles the water many times before releasing it back into the environment. Paper-making machines are some of the biggest on the planet. They're designed to remove 90% of the water as the conveyor moves through vacuums, drums, and dryers. These machines aren't just big, they're efficient too, because the whole process can take just 3 minutes. Here, a final coating is being added to make the graphics on the packaging really pop. And finally, we see virgin fiber in one of its best finished forms. A reel of coated, unbleached craft paperboard, which graphic packaging calls SUS. A reel can be up to 20 feet wide, 12 feet tall, and weigh 20 tons. Now, it's slid into rolls, which are taken to the converting plant. This plant converts rolls of paperboard into printed packages. Like Fridge Vendor, just one in a long line of graphic packaging's innovative cartons that stand up well to moisture. Ideal for frozen or refrigerated products. But we can optimize the amount of fiber to meet the performance and distribution needs of virtually any product. This entire process is just the first step in the fiber life cycle. What's next? Well, the second time around, after recycling, these same fibers are softer, shorter, and weaker. So instead of SUS, they're turned into recycled paperboard. We use 2 kinds of recycled paper, pre-consumer and post-consumer. Recycled fibers are easier to pulp than wood chips, but after that, the process is about the same. And the recycling continues. Paperboard can be recycled many times, extending its use and helping the environment. Otherwise, these recycled materials could wind up in a landfill, where they decompose, creating greenhouse gases. Pace Setter, made from recycled paperboard, is perfect for cereal boxes and other dry grocery packaging that isn't exposed to extreme environmental conditions and doesn't require the strength that beverage cartons need. Finally, when the fibers can no longer hold together for packaging, they can be turned into other things, like energy and natural compost. Completing the fiber life cycle. High-performance paperboard from graphic packaging. Recyclable, renewable, remarkable. It's a highly recoverable material, and that's better for all of us.
high emotions, high emotions, high